The Tank Crusader is the classic MMORPG tank. High HP and armor, combined with job skills, make the Crusader one of the most durable classes in the game. As a tank, you have two main jobs. The first job is to make all the enemies attack you. Your high HP and armor combined with your job skills allow you to absorb damage much more efficiently than other classes. Your party is a team, and your ally's job is to take down the enemy, while your job is to make sure that they stay alive to do that, because they can't if they're dead. If you work in the IT industry, think of yourself as the project manager. Your second job is to control the enemy. That means controlling both the number of enemies to engage, as well as the positioning of these enemies. You're strong, but you're not Superman. Not yet. Sometimes you can take all the enemies around, while other times you'll be able to lure only a single enemy at a time. As you play more, you will understand better how many you can have attack you at a single time. And if you ask your team nicely, I'm sure they'll share tips and tricks. During the later stage of the game, positioning becomes much more important. Monsters will have much stronger and complex attacks and behaviors. But for now, just try to have the enemy as far away from your allies as possible. The Crusader tank's main skill is Taunt. It forces nearby enemies to attack you. Its AoE is quite small, so try to get as close as possible to an enemy before using it. Increased recuperation increases your HP regen, and the HP regen of your items. I take Sword Mastery because I have a sword, and I like to save my mana for other skills, like Taunt and Heal. But of course, if you don't have a sword, go with Bash, you get some extra damage. I don't like Magnum Break because it repositions the enemy and makes my taunt more difficult to execute. Once you become a Crusader, try to max Auto Guard first. At level 10, it gives a 50% chance to block an attack and lasts for 2 minutes at only 30 SP. I also take a point in Devotion, because sometimes you won't be able to taunt every enemy, and some may focus your ally. When that happens, you can cast Devotion on a party member, and it allows you to take the damage for the ally. That isn't ideal though, but it can be used in emergencies. Next, I get points in Heal and Divine Protection. During the later stages of the game, you will normally have a dedicated healer in your party. But right now, most people are trying to max out their characters, and healers don't really level fast, so it's harder to find a healer. So I take a few points so I don't have to rely on a healer. It also helps me save on potion costs. For Divine Protection, you get more armor and some damage reduction versus certain types of monsters, which is great for a tank. So that's all from me today. There are some very important aspects of the game that I haven't discussed here. Attributes, equipment, runes, and enchantments. For my attribute build, I just take the recommended in-game build. For the other things, Immortal MBCG has some great guides, and I've included a link to his channel in the description below. I'd recommend you look into the Absolute Beginner's Guides, which I've also included in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed my guide. Have a wonderful day.